What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, February 10th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are for today. And finally, shout out to BetMGM, sponsor of this video. If you guys are interested in one free month of Stokastic Plus Platinum and up to $1,000 in first bet insurance, all you have to do is click the link in the description and make a deposit of at least $10. Now, remember everybody, this slate is crazy. There's so much influx for right now. Don't get too crazy here. But these are the best plays that I've got at 2:30 in the afternoon. I had to wait to get that first injury report. Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, Norm Powell, Damian Lillard, and Zach Collins round out the bottom of my top 10. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got Paul George, shooting guard, small forward, eligible, 8,900, projected for 49. The goal's 55. He's in the optimal lineup 15% of the time. We've got no Kawhi Leonard here. They obviously got rid of Reggie Jackson, John Wall, Luke Kennard. It's a very different Clippers team for today. Now, I know that Paul George is on some pseudo minutes limit. I gave him 34. I don't trust coaches at all, so don't be surprised if he plays more. I got him as a 1.44 fantasy point per minute guy in a pace-up spot against the Bucks in what's supposed to be a competitive matchup. They're 2-point favorites. 33% usage for Paul George with no Kawhi around, 6.5 boards, 6.5 assists, almost 2 stocks. Even with this fake minutes limit, or maybe it's a real minutes limit, I think he looks fantastic. You get shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility. He's sub 9K with no Kawhi. Just play Paul George. It doesn't excite me for this one, but it's a great play. Killian Hayes in at number 4, point guard eligible, 4,700, projected for 31, goals 34. He's in the optimal lineup 18% of the time. He's moved back in to the starting role. He's taken back his seat from Alec Burks. They shipped out Sadiq Bey, so that's one less, wing type player. I mean, Killian Hayes is big for a guard. He's a fantasy point per minute guy in a pace-up spot against arguably the worst team in the league in the San Antonio Spurs, who are also sitting like their 7 best players. 19% usage for Hayes here, 12.5 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 stocks. He's just not priced for his starting role. I think we see this price go up into like the mid 5s by the time we get to the end of next week. So take advantage now while you can get the value in a fantastic pace-up spot. Back to the Clippers, we go at number 3 for Terance Mann, point guard eligible, 4K, projected for 29 fantasy points. The goal's just 31. He's in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. They just traded away all their guards. No Wall, no Reggie Jackson. He doesn't really have anybody backing him up at this point. So 33 minutes for Mann. By the way, no Kawhi, as I mentioned before. 33 minutes. Call it 0.89 fantasy points per minute. Again, pace up spot against Milwaukee. 13 points on 15% usage, 6 boards, 3.5 assists, a little over a stock. He's been getting reduced minutes recently. He's not getting reduced minutes today because the Clippers just don't have the bodies to not play him a ton. Eventually, that might be a difference. But for today, for this particular slate, with all the guys that are missing, Terance Mann is a no-brainer. Speaking of 4K no-brainers, Collin Sexton in at number 2 for basically the same reasons. Point guard, shooting guard eligibility. Projected for 30.5. The goal is 31. He's in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. No more Mike Conley on this team. No more Malik Beasley. No more Jared Vanderbilt, which means Collin Sexton is likely the starting point guard for the Jazz and should play north of 30 minutes pretty easily. He's a 0.95 fantasy point per minute guy. He's a talented offensive player, sort of in that Anthony Simons role, honestly. It's a lot of scoring and very little else. They are pretty sizable underdogs in a pace down spot against Toronto, but Collin Sexton is very clearly not priced for the starting point guard role, or if you want to call him the starting shooting guard and call it Clarkson, either way. He's not priced for a starting role, even in the pace down spot, no matter what you think here. $4,000 for Collin Sexton is wildly incorrect for today. Easy value play, cash game lock. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at BetMGM using the link in this description so that you can get one free month of Stokastic Plus Platinum and up to $1,000 in first bet insurance. I've been waiting for a while for this one, but my number 1 contender is Mark Williams. He is center only, 3,200, projected for 29. The goal is 27. He's in the optimal lineup 20% of the time. He should be taking over the starting role at center for the Hornets with Mason Plumlee shipped out. On the off chance it happens to be Nick Richards, just play Nick Richards instead. Whoever's starting at center for the Hornets looks great. At a minimum, they're playing 24 minutes and they look like a fantastic point per dollar option. I think Mark Williams can play upwards of 30 minutes today, and at that point in time, you're gonna have to have him. He's a 1.15 fantasy point per minute guy, even in this pace down spot, in as difficult of a matchup as you can get against Boston. He's a double-double, 11 points, 10 boards, maybe an assist, almost 3 stocks. This one is simple. If he's starting, he's the best option. If Nick Richards is starting, he's the best option. But whatever you want to do, you gotta play a Hornets center. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, February 10th. There's a FanDuel version around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We're back again Monday morning for another edition of the Contenders.